right, Chewbacca. Calm down there.
I know, Chewie. I can suck my own dick too. Watch.
What?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 111 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is TheRealPortz, and EvilSpaceBunny is here.
Hello.
Hiyo. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad for a Monday.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad. Shoal's not crushed yet. We're doing it.
We're surviving. We're surviving the week.
Correct.
I honestly...
That's the prime directive.
Yeah, that is the prime directive. Survive. I think the worst day of the week, honestly, though, is Tuesdays, because, like, Monday you come in off your weekend and you're like, I got this. I could do this. And then Tuesday's here and you're like, I can't do this. This is the fucking worst. And it's so far away from the weekend.
I wonder if anyone else has thought of that.
I don't know. But that's my theory. Tuesdays are the worst.
Yeah.
Get rid of Tuesdays.
Fabian and I were just talking about that, actually. We talk about it all the time. We're like, Monday's not that bad because you're refreshed.
Yeah.
You ain't refreshed from shit on Tuesday.
No. Absolutely not.
It's bullshit. Did you refresh your backlog?
I was going to say, did you play any refreshing games today?
Oh. No, but I'm sipping on a refreshment.
Oh, what you drinking?
Are refreshments, can that be alcoholic drinks? I always thought when people ask if you want a refreshment, it's like soda or some shit. Like
water, rehydrate your body.
I don't know. But it's just a Jack and Coke.
Nice. Proud of you.
Old Simple.
Nice. Okay. Well, since you're sipping, what are you playing?
Okay. So this week, I thought there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I bought some games.
Ooh, okay.
Because I may or may not have sold some Dota items. I'm not quitting the game, but I want to be done with the hack game. It's just like
no more hats.
It's got to stop. They're all getting uglier and stupid. I'm done with them.
Yeah.
Unless a good one comes out. I don't know.
Well, spend $200 again.
So I sold some of my more expensive ones. I have like a lot of shittier ones, which look fine, you know?
Yeah.
But the price difference is hundreds compared to, dollars. So, yeah, sold a bunch of that shit. So I just have, money sitting in my Steam account so I can guilt-free just buy some games.
That's not too bad. That's good.
Among the first were Valheim.
Uh-huh.
Which we talked about. I also bought The Forest.
Oh, you bought another survival horror game. Okay, continue.
Yes. One that I don't think... I think we finally...
You found your survival
finally
game.
found the one I don't fucking like. Look.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Don't Starve.
Yeah. Grounded
Valheim. Treasures in my heart.
Yeah.
The Forest.
Suck a dick.
Dildo in my anus.
It is so fucking hard, dude.
It's hard and not fun. I don't think the combat is like, it's like, yeah. I mean, I guess being chased by things when you have no tools to defend yourself is not fun. But yeah, I don't know. I will give it another shot. But that was another one. Fabian and I are just jumping around to different games. Well, yeah, I say we're jumping around, but pretty much it's just Valheim right now. So the Forest is, it's like, I assume it's like supposed to be the hard one of these.
It is harder,
the case?
There's an actual story to this one, and there's actually kind of a trick to get started in this. Since the cannibals...
We don't want to know it.
Okay, you don't want to know it?
No, I mean, we've only played a couple hours, and we just decided,
okay,
Valheim is what we're
going
with for now.
That's
so
fair.
We're sort of playing them one at a time,
Mm-hmm.
but we jumped over this one just to sort of
Test it out. Test
the
waters.
waters. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you're playing that because me and Zach were playing it a couple weeks ago, and I don't remember if I brought it up or not. And then Phil, my other roommate, was talking about it. So I think we're going to delete my save and then start over again because it's a game that I've actually never played through.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I played
That's cool.
I played it when it first came out, when it was a hot alpha mess. And I picked it up for like $5, I think, back then, and it was early access, and it was just a fucking mess, convoluted. But now it's actually now it's actually playable and better. So finished.
Cool.
So and so.
Yeah, I don't hate it. There's a weird thing going on with the FOV slider that I can't nail down. I feel sick every time I play that game.
Oh, weird. Maybe it's because of your monitor.
Maybe, but Fabian was having the same problem, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
the Forest, Valheim. What else?
The Forest, Valheim, which Jesus Christ.
I'm so glad you guys like that.
We already have.
I knew you would.
44 hours in that game.
Jesus Christ. It's so fun to just get lost.
Which, compared to Grounded, I think is almost half.
Wow.
Already.
Wow. You guys
we just picked that up like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I think you passed me in hours. No, I'm at 40. I'm exactly at 40. So, yeah.
So I passed you.
You did pass me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. So you didn't see everything in the game?
I have not seen everything in the game. I've done probably...
Also, there's probably a lot less. There was probably a lot less.
There was. So there was only 2 other bosses when I first started playing. I played again, but I didn't get back to those bosses again. So there was only 2 other bosses that I only done 4. It's hard.
It's difficult for some members of our group.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of us. To deal with the fact that you can't teleport the metal.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's going for RuneScape. I don't know. I like things to be difficult so that it feels like you've accomplished something. I say that and then I play other games on easy, but
you gotta
I like them
pick
to be
your
tedious. I guess I like tedium in my difficulty is what I like.
You like tedium difficulty, not actually hard, just tedious.
Yeah, just mind-numbingly awful. I've been, in the American Office life for a while, so I've been trained.
That's fair.
To scan Reddit for 8 hours. Awful and wonderful.
Awful and wonderful. Okay.
So the other game, another game that I played this way, get ready, is Dawn of Man.
Dawn of Man. Why does that sound familiar?
It is like a super baby version of Banished, I think.
Okay.
But you start as like cave people taking down, baby animals, and then eventually mammoths and shit, and then you can make it all the way through the Stone Age, I guess, or the Iron Age. I don't know.
Okay.
But I've only played like 3 hours of that game. It's pretty fun, sort of figuring out how best to like min-max your civilization and stuff.
I do love min-maxing.
People die very quickly in this game because you're advancing quickly.
Yeah.
So it's like you get somebody, they're born. I'd say an hour and a half later, that person's going to be dead. So it's not really worth it to learn their names or anything like that. They are not leveling. They're expendable resources, basically.
It's like Black and White, where you just watch your fucking followers just slowly grow up and then just die. And you're just like, oh.
Yeah. I used to crank up my sim age, like it takes, 140 days for him to reach an adult. And then, as long to reach being an old person. And then like 10 days till death. But the game's pretty good. It's kind of, it feels like it's maybe lacking a little bit in some mystery of what's going to come next, because everything that's in the game you can see right now. Like you can see the little icon, you can see what it does, and you can see that you can't do it, which is good for the next tier or two. But at the end, like, you can just see what it is, and I can just imagine what it's going to be like, and I feel like no urge to keep going, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just envisioning the game already. Like, I don't know. In Valheim, to talk about a game that I've talked at length about, you don't know what the fuck you're aiming at. You're like, I don't know. Let's see what the next new thing is. And that's where the fun lies. And maybe that's my, I guess, bias at this time, is I'm enjoying a game that's like that. And maybe this game just isn't like that. But I think seeing everything possible that you can do from the, the early stages is, it's uninteresting.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me be surprised by some techs, And maybe, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do that. They're like, oh, just kidding. You're in the Iron Age. You thought you could make a granary now? Nope. You can make a laser gun.
Shoot into space.
I would love to see a mammoth ripped in half by a laser gun.
That would be awesome. Honestly, that would be the coolest fucking thing ever.
You can tame dogs.
Ooh, okay, I like this. I like dogs.
But here's how you tame dogs. So a lot of this game is like crazy automated. Like, you just click an area, and it's like, work there when there's stuff to do there.
Oh,
and then you set how much of the resources you want, and then you set how many, like, the max amount of people that can work there. Mm-hmm. And that's how you play the game.
Oh.
And when you want to tame dogs, you click, you get enough knowledge points to unlock the skill, and then all dogs that come anywhere near your,
they're
civilization
gonna become your
or whatever,
best friend.
they just walk in and they're yours.
Oh.
There's no animation of a person going and training them, nothing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So it's a little weird. Because I clicked it, and I was like, how do I train this dog? There's a dog right here. I can't do it. And then it's like, so if a creature is not under your control, the option that you have is to hunt it. But if it is under your control, it's slaughter it. So the option was slaughter, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And yeah, they just automatically do it. Yeah. It's like, all right. That's fair enough. It got so bad with how expendable people are that I would send somebody to go fish like a ways away. Half the people I did that to died, and it was still a net gain for the population. Which is kind of realistic, right? I mean, I bet a bunch of people died trying to fish back then, right?
I'm sure gathering and getting resources, abso-fucking-lutely.
There is one aspect of this game that I do want to see, and maybe I'll keep playing for that, which is apparently there are other settlements, like AI run. And I have not encountered them. I don't know if I can go to war with them. That would be dope. If I can go to war with other people,
that would be
be sick. Seize their tents and their...
Give me your snacks.
Yeah, snacks.
Give me
I was going to say women, but snacks, yes.
Don't you call your girlfriend a snack?
It fits. Not really. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't. It's just not my vernacular.
She's like a snack pack. She's short and small.
Like a pudding cup? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she's your pudding cup.
Okay. I regret having a podcast in this moment.
Perfect. Great. This is what I always wanted.
Okay. Are you ready for another game that I played?
You played more? Okay, tell me. Tell me more.
I think I'm done with Tyranny for now.
Ooh, what happened?
Nothing happened per se. There's just other shit that I want to play.
All right.
I think this is the second time I will have started and stopped it, so hopefully someday I get back to it. I don't know. It's just not holding me right now.
Okay, that's fair. It happens.
No. It does happen.
You're just not.
Are you ready for another game that I played this week?
What the fuck? Yeah.
I beat Mass Effect 2. I started that in like whenever the Legendary Edition came out.
I remember that.
Because I beat the first game, and then during me moving in like May, I was on the second one, and then I finally beat it because I was kind of holding on to it because like I don't want it to end. But now I wanted it to end, and it did, and it was great. It was great.
It was beautiful.
The fucking renegade decisions in that game are so good.
It was a beautiful game.
Such a badass. And Shepard is so respected. They do a great job of making the renegade decisions not just be like, hey, that guy's a dick, and more like, yeah, that's what it takes to get the job done. Like, he's so charismatic that everyone literally thinks you have to be a tool bag to get the fucking job done. That's how much they respect Shepard and what he's done. They're just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Don't say anything. Hey, I know he just punched that reporter, but don't fucking say anything. This is how it has to be. Got a little cult on his ship.
Yeah.
Also, can I spoil the game real quick?
Sure, you could spoil a game that came out how long ago?
10 years?
Yeah, go for it. I think
11 years, actually.
I
11
think
years.
there's a 10-year rule except for Red Dead Redemption. But even then, I've spoiled that on this show.
True.
Continue.
You play as a whiny little bitch at the end. Okay. You've never played Mass Effect?
No.
Okay. There's a thing that happens that can happen in this game I didn't know about.
Ooh.
Which is you have a whole party member who their loyalty mission, that's Mass Effect 2's big thing, is loyalty missions.
Loyalty missions.
Where you want to do all of them so that they all survive at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other decisions you have to make, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. You got to get everyone loyal, which is, it's a cult. And there's this particular woman who needs you to hunt her daughter with her because she is a powerful, like, mistake of their race, basically.
Okay.
She is just this genetic disaster that's wreaking havoc.
Okay.
She like seduces men
Eats
and
them.
absorbs their power, and it makes her more intelligent and faster and shit.
Oh my god, she's a pre-mantis. She is a pre-mantis. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So we do all this.
Uh-huh.
I do a great job.
Yeah.
I'm in her apartment. I don't get seduced because I have enough Renegade or Paragon points, which in this playthrough is Renegade. And what happens is the mom comes in to spring the trap, and then they fight, and then there's an opportunity where the daughter's like, you know what? Kill her. I'll be better than her on this mission. And I'm like, what? And I was like, okay. So I kill my party member, and then her daughter survives her. Luckily, I didn't know this before I did it. She has the ability to look exactly like her mother and sound exactly like her.
Oh, that's creepy.
So, well, because they do that because no one in your crew would ever go for this.
Yeah.
So you return to the ship, and her name is changed for you, but everyone else thinks it's the other character.
Oh, no.
And
That's so
the developers
creepy.
didn't have to do any other work.
No, they didn't
because
have to
they
change
don't
anything.
change her personality at all.
That's funny.
Even though they probably should have. There's no other mention of it, except when you choose her to go out on missions. It's crazy.
Wow. You killed the MILF.
I killed the MILF,
You
the
killed
blue
the
MILF. I did.
You monster. Fair enough.
Yeah. So, yep. Beat Mass Effect 2. Started 3. By the way, 3 fucking is such a... They're all the same thing, right? Mass Effect Legendary Edition? No, they're not. They're just wrapped in this shitty little launcher. So we have to launch Origin,
Yeah.
Steam, and the limited edition launcher.
Ew.
Somewhere in that horrible mess of launchers, 3 would not start.
Uh-oh.
I tried changing my region settings on my computer. I tried reinstalling my graphics driver.
Ooh.
I tried probably a dozen times to like verify my game cache.
Yeah.
None of it worked.
Weird.
Until I just reinstalled the game. A full reinstall. Okay.
Okay, that's weird.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strange, but anyway. Yep.
As long as it starts
That's
working,
it.
right?
That's all I played. Sorry, I didn't get to much. Didn't get to play much.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to play much. okay.
What did you play, buddy?
Well, I played a little bit of everything, but I'm gonna go over what I actually really enjoyed. I played more Battleship this week. I had a rematch against Aaron from last week, and
Did you win?
I didn't get as drunk this time, so I destroyed his ass.
Damn.
Destroyed. He made me buy a hat that says I Heart MILFs on it, and so when he lost, I made him buy a hat that says I Heart Hot Dads or something like that.
Oh, I would wear that for free.
Yeah, he's really excited for it. And then I decided to well, actually, let me get over these other two, and then I'm going to talk about something that's old but new again to me. So I got this game. I've been stalking this developer on Twitter because I became obsessed with, PlayStation 1 inspired looking graphics, and then Twitter's algorithms like, here, follow all these people. And I'm like, yay!
Hell yeah.
This is another one of them. This one's called Araignees. It is a very well done PlayStation looking game. There are 3D models, and then there's a lot of 2D looking things where it looks like half-assed, and you walk behind it, and it's the same image just flipped, and it's just so good. I love it. I just fucking love it. But this game is hard, and it is a horror game, and it is terrifying, and because it's so new, there's no walkthroughs, so I was screaming half the time, where do I go? And there's spiders chasing me, and they just fuck up your day. And at one point, I thought I was safe, because you're, kiting through this area, and I thought I was safe, and I was like, oh, look, these glow stones. And I was like, oh, the glowstones of safety. And then I got there, and then immediately turned around, and there's just a fucking spider. I'm like, false sense of security! And I was, so mad at the fucking game.
Jesus.
I was like, oh, I'm safe. Yay. Because every time I had gone to him before, I felt safe. And then it just destroyed it. Just fucking pulled the rug out from underneath me. I'm only about an hour and a half into it. And there's only these weird dream sequences where you go through the levels. It is very cool. The artwork is really neat. And the pixel art is really good. And the 3D models look like shit. And it's just perfect PlayStation 1 aesthetics.
Lovely.
I love it. I love it. When I say shit, I mean that in the most loving way possible.
Yeah.
Alpha 20 came out for 7 Days to Die. I coattailed on Lauren's stream for that, and I played that. And I will say this immediately. I could go into the nitty-gritty details, but this is their biggest update that they've ever done. It's been 2 years since Alpha 19. And it's still in beta, alpha, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Early access for a million years. But I am insanely impressed how much work went into this update.
Wow.
They fixed a lot of the bugs that have been going on. They did not change the skill settings, because with every alpha, they've been fucking with it, and it feels like a different game every time they fuck with it. But they kept it the same from Alpha 19. And so it's okay, I think they're starting to finally finalize everything. And I think they're finally getting ready to, wrap this baby up. There are still a lot of bugs. We ran into invisible blocks at times. Weird little bugs with random mobs, entities, and stuff. All the zombies have been updated. They all look really good now. They crawl. So, before there was only one zombie that would crawl, and he was really creepy, and I fucking hated him. And so one of the ways that I would avoid a bunch of zombies if I was getting cornered is I would put a block up in front of me and put it at, like in Minecraft, you build blocks to block the way, but I would just put one in front of me and, basically build in a corridor and block them off in front. Well, now they could crawl underneath it unless I put a block there, too.
Oh.
And so I did that because I was about to die and I was panicking and I was trying to heal. And then the motherfuckers started crawling underneath the block and I'm like, oh no. I was terrified. And I died. So yeah, there was that. But it's a lot better and it's much more stable than what it has been. I'm honestly impressed how well this one is going for them compared to others.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So I'm really excited for that. I'll probably play more of that this week throughout the whole thing. But the game that I want to talk about the most is an oldie but a goldie. I got back into Devil's Daggers.
Ooh.
I got hard back into Devil's Daggers. Since I haven't been able to sleep at night, I've been like...
We should have a head-to-head, like,
oh, God!
leaderboard challenge.
Oh, you want to do a challenge? I'll do a challenge with you.
You're like, I don't even care what it is.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. Let's do the challenge.
Let's fucking do it! I'm ready!
Eat a pile of human shit? Absolutely. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. But... yeah, so after playing Nyx Umbra, which I have been playing also.
I tried to, like, DM bait people into trying to beat my high score when that game came out. 0 people took the bait.
0 people took the bait. What is your high score in that game?
Not good, because I stopped playing because nobody else would fucking go at
Those
it. So I was like,
fuckers.
whatever.
Those fuckers. Yeah, so... I've been still playing the other one that reminds me of Devil's Daggers, Nyx Umbra, which is way slower pace, but also still just absolutely terrifying because it's just in black and white. You barely can see anything, and your life is your attack. So if you use too much of your attack, or if you get hit, you lose your attack, and it's just But Devil's Daggers, I have been at like 3 a.m. when I can't sleep. I'll go to Spotify, pull up Mick Gordon. I'll put on the Doom soundtrack, and then I'll just go ham for like 2 hours.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah. It needs. I like the sounds and stuff like that, and I don't know if there's any music for the actual game anymore. But I decided to just listen to the fucking Doom soundtrack, and I'm like, this is
Damn, you
the
have
most
14 hours played? Yeah, you You must have beaten my high score. I have 50 minutes played.
I think
That's like the game I wish I spent more time playing. Maybe I'll boot that up this week.
it's so much fun. And you don't feel bad dying. You're just like, oh, I'll just try harder next time. Oh, it's just
Yeah. You're like, okay, there was a couple things I needed to fix early game. Let's do this.
yeah.
It's like speedrunning.
Yeah.
But it's,
I mean, it is
playing
literally
Asteroid
speed
instead.
running asteroids, sort of. Murderoids. Skulls.
Murderoids.
I don't know. I'm really into it, and I just can't stop looking at it. Apparently, there was an update back in October that did fix some of the things, but it's nothing like super big. And I was like,
How come this isn't a genre? You know how like Metroidvania became like annoyingly a genre to some people?
oh yeah,
This should be like,
a Devil's Dagger genre,
fucking Daggeroids.
Daggeroids. Maybe it's gonna start being a thing with like Nyx Umbra and possibly others like it. So we'll see.
Maybe.
Because like if you go to the Devil's Daggers page, there's no other games comparable to it. Like nothing pops up. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I feel like they would make up some bullshit.
I don't see any on there.
Huh.
It's very weird. But I do love this game.
Oh, yeah, that is weird. Usually it's like I'm on like The Sims and they're like, hey, have you played fucking
Mass Effect.
like Age of Empires? What?
Let me recommend
Okay.
all of EA's games to you.
Also, the Game Awards, can I just say fuck you guys for putting Microsoft Simulator and fucking Age of Empires in the same category? Why is Sim/RTS the same category? It's so
Who
stupid.
knows? It's fucking dumb. It's fucking dumb. All right, you ready?
You guys have like 30 categories. You can't split that up a little better than that? Jesus. I guess they ran out of Doritos sponsors and shit. I don't know.
Probably. Okay. So, you ready for some news?
Well, this category is not brought to us by anybody, so I guess we can't have it.
We need more sponsorships. Get more Mountain Dew. Get
Where
Taco
are
Bell.
the Muppets?
Where is Taco Bell? We need the Taco Bell sponsorship. Anyway, would you like some news?
I could go for a hearty bowl of news.
Okay. Perfect. Let's shit all over EA.
Okay.
Okay, good talk.
I didn't buy Battlefield. Boom!
We're going to talk about that next.
$324 sitting in my Steam wallet. Still not gonna buy it. Oh!
Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
I'm not gonna buy it.
We're gonna talk about why. So, the first order of business that I do want to talk about with EA is Titanfall, the beloved, broken as fuck, is finally being pulled from stores permanently. This includes EA. This includes Origin and Steam. So after all year, Respawn has been trying to fix it. Because it's been a hot mess. Same with, Titanfall 2. With all the hacking issues and the DDoS issues because of that hacker.
Why are people still playing? I actually this year
surprised.
did try to boot that game up.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
It's not playable right now. According to a lot of people and a lot of Steam reviews. Yeah, because of all the hacking and all the DDoSing that's been happening, it's, almost unplayable. And
well then,
yeah,
I mean, there was definitely some hackers when I played it.
Yeah, so
definitely, this was 6 months ago though.
Yeah, no, that's part of it. So it released back in 2016, but the game has been crippled honestly since 2019 due to DDoS attacks that released a bunch of information, made it easier for people to get around the hacks, and yeah, it's been a shit show. On Steam, it was re-released. And it received overwhelmingly negative reviews. And that was back in 2020. They, re-released it. And they were like, oh, maybe we can fix this and get some more money out of it. No! Fuck you, EA. Why? The DOS attacks are suspected to be only one person who has targeted not only this game, but also Titanfall 2 players. What he'll do is he'll find streamers that are still streaming the game. And he'll crash their lobbies. And their games.
Jesus.
Yeah. This person really fucking hates Respawn. And not to mention, they are also suspected in the hack for Apex a few months ago. Remember when Apex servers were shut down and it was spawning a bunch of save Titanfall 2 and all this other stuff? But they're also
I do not remember that. What the fuck?
So it caused the Apex servers to go down for almost a week. And, yeah, I think this is a smart move for Respawn to stop, trying to save this game. It is very much dead. And, the community kind of ruined it in its own way. But it also gives Respawn time to focus on Apex. Possibly maybe something else. Who knows? But yeah, it's better to.
I hope they make a new game.
I hope they make a new game, but I honestly don't think EA
Please
is
give
going
me
to
another
let them
Titanfall 1 campaign. It's so good.
I don't think EA is going to let that happen, and we'll kind of get into that next. But EA honestly needs to fucking find that hacker. They need to persecute this person that's honestly ruining everything and causing a.
I met somebody IRL who worked at EA, and that person's wonder for the games industry floored me.
Really?
I was like, I didn't think that anyone was allowed to work at EA that liked the video game industry. That's ridiculous. All right.
Yeah. So
to be fair, they were very far removed from the actual games.
Oh, interesting. They saw everything with rose-colored glasses, and they had nothing to do with it.
I guess so. Yeah.
Anyway, so I think this is the end of Battlefield, or the start of the end of Battlefield, and there's a couple of reasons why.
Well, that's a claim.
Yeah, you'll maybe back me up after
okay.
The writing is kind of.
I'll reserve judgment.
So I think DICE is having their arm twisted by EA, and is honestly following in their footsteps of Bad Boy Activision. So we know 2042 came out. It's similar to most of the other Battlefields, but the biggest thing that they did was instead of some random soldier, you're a specialist or an operative. And it's basically an individual person. And obviously you can have more than one of the same person on the field, which would be rather silly if you couldn't, because, you know, there's 128 people in a match. And the thing that's weird is they can all use the same guns. Like, you could switch out everybody's kit for the exact same kit on somebody else. The only thing...
I was listening to the Angry Joe show about this game. Seems like they've taken one too many tips from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because literally Call of Duty is doing the same thing with Vanguard this year, where it's all about the operatives. It's all about the personality.
Operatives. Yeah.
But the personality goes insanely out the window when you finish a match and you're like, ooh, I got play of the game because it shows your character.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no.
There's 40
that's
other
another
ones.
guy.
Yeah.
With the same character. Oh.
Yeah. It's really fucking...
Okay.
I think it's really fucking stupid.
Very dumb. Yeah. I understand where it comes from, which is probably going like, holy shit, look how much marketing Overwatch got. Yeah. Because of how many characters they had. Oh, I don't know anything about Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege, it's operatives and stuff like that.
No, I mean, I know what the game is. I just have never given a shit about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah. It seems like certain games just need to know where they stand, and they often don't.
They often don't, and that's the problem. That's honestly what the problem is. So, like, everybody can have the same equipment. Some people have, like, specialty perks, but...
Yeah, so why make it character-based?
Yeah.
Like a personality or whatever, and unlock it freely, right?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's equal to the other. Like, who gives a shit?
It's so stupid. And then people play...
It's crazy.
Yeah, so a lot of people were like, okay, that's weird, but whatever. They're just going to roll with it. A lot of people that do play the game enjoy the game, even though it's one of the most worst reviewed games on Steam currently. With that being said, EA announced earlier this week a Battlefield universe leading into more games and different kinds of Battlefield situations, with more speculation on the focus on the quote-unquote heroes themselves. Cue the skins and releasing of hero shooter montage. Oh yeah, they did release skins for Battle 2042 as well this week.
Oh.
So there's skins. That's the whole reason why they're doing it. It's fucking skins. It comes down to fucking skins. EA is so fucking stupid sometimes, and when they see somebody else making money, they're like, yeah, I want their money. I want that money over
mostly
there.
Negative. Holy shit.
What?
On Steam. I didn't
Oh, yeah,
realize.
it's bad. It's bad.
Holy hell. That
many is
is
it up to now?
Impressive. 69,000 reviews, and 34% of them are positive.
Yeah, it's bad.
God damn.
Yeah, it's really bad. So, yeah, EA basically sees somebody else making money in a different way than them, and they're like, yeah, I want that money too. So please, let's do it. Let's make a hero shooter. And time and time again, instead of sticking to what makes them stand out, what makes EA different, they have to fucking go after somebody else's cash cow. They did this with Command & Conquer. They did this with Dungeon Keeper, turning that into a fucking mobile game. And dare I say it? Dare I say Anthem? Oh, yeah, I do. Because that was their competition.
Yeah. I mean...
against Destiny.
They're like Riot if Riot didn't know how to make games.
Oh, that's the best insult ever. Oh, shit. Like EA, they had
Fucking
something
EA.
so special with Battlefield. That's what made Battlefield cool. You were just a
You know what? EA is not an evil company anymore.
They're just stupid.
Stupid. They're just goddamn dumb.
they're like, oh, Activision and Ubisoft are doing this, so I'm gonna try it too. They're like the little toddler looking up to his like brother and sister and like much older, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna be cool and I'm gonna do that, and then they can't do it because they're fucking 5 years old.
This is what happens every time when the games are business first.
Yeah. That's the problem nowadays. It's business.
And I understand you need to be somewhat there, but it can't be number one on your fucking whiteboard in your office there, bud.
Yeah.
It can't be, how do we squeeze the bejesus out of these gamers?
Literally, yeah. that's what they're doing. So
you gotta have a vision first, and then you go.
That's why I honestly think it's the end of Battlefield as we knew it.
I mean, as we knew it, yes,
yeah,
for sure.
It's over. It's dead.
I'm not like a giant Battlefield fan.
I was.
I'm not really that one. I haven't really liked one since 3.
Yeah.
But that's more about me than the series. I think 4 was probably pretty good, but
it was okay.
I have not given a shit in a while. I'm not like big on the vehicle stuff, which I hear is fucking awful
so bad
this time around because every squad can spawn in multiple vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the biggest problem with it. So the vehicle issue is you're capped, and certain things count all in the same category. So like anti-air tanks and regular tanks count in the same tank category. So if you have 2 anti-air tanks and that's all that you can have in that map or that area, that's all you have and you're just fucked. So if they have like 2 regular tanks, your anti-air tanks can't fight that shit and you're just fucked over and you're just like, well, shit.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. They did the vehicles really bad in this one. 4 was probably my favorite. From everything that I've seen and watching my roommate and myself testing it on his account, no. It's depressing. It's so depressing.
Damn.
Goodbye, EA. Okay, anyway. So, let's talk about scalpers. Because it's the holidays.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Sounds good to me.
I don't know how I feel.
They still exist, and they're winning everything.
They're winning.
They're getting every pre-order. They're getting all my Xbox mini fridges.
Not the mini fridges. Anything but the mini fridges.
I want one really bad, motherfucker.
So the reason why I bring this up is because a new bill has been brought against, I believe, the Senate or the House of Representatives. I don't know.
One of the government people.
entities.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Stop Grinch Bots Act. And it's basically designed to crack down on bot technology. And we know how these scalper bots work because they're faster than normal people. They could go ahead of the pages and basically buy shit before you can even get it in your cart, right? So on and so forth. So what this will do is it'll make people who use these bots, they could receive criminal charges instead of just being like, frowned on. Which is crazy. Like, could you imagine getting like fucking community service or like a fine for using a bot, but you're also being a huge piece of fucking shit at the same time? No. Are you scared? Why are you scared?
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? Are you using bots, Port?
I'm a big scared. Don't look into it. Do you want to buy a PS5?
That's fair.
No one ever asked me how I got it.
That's fair. You use Twitter, so it's a little differently. That is a bot.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So other countries, such as the UK, has also brought similar laws that are being voted on right now as well. Japan took it to like the fucking extreme from what I've read, what they're doing with PlayStation 5s. So if you buy a PlayStation 5 in Japan,
you're shot on sight.
Well, if you even bought one online, what they do is they take the box and then they write whoever's name purchased the box. They write that all over the box. They literally write, John Smith, all over the fucking box. And then they'll also open the PlayStation controller and they'll destroy the packaging for the PlayStation 5 controller. So it literally is not new anymore.
Oh.
It makes it, it's a little kind of insane. But I also blame Sony for that, for fucking not being on the ball with everything. I like the idea of this, but it's also still going to be very hard to track and report scalpers, because that, at the end of the day, the people that are buying stuff from scalpers are super desperate to get this product. Right?
Yeah.
So, like,
Yes.
we don't know if this is actually going to do anything. Because, like, people are going to, as much as I hate it, people are still going to continue to buy from scalpers because they're big, dumb, poopy butt faces.
I mean, yeah, there's people with so much money that it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know? Or, even worse, there's some people that barely have the money that are like, I need this right now.
I need this right now for Timmy, or Christmas is ruined.
This will get him through the divorce.
No, it won't.
Oh, no.
No, it won't.
I mean, it will. I'll still need therapy,
Yeah,
though.
they'll still definitely need therapy.
He'll make it through, but yeah.
That boy needs therapy. Okay. So, next order of business. Take-Two versus It Takes Two. You sent me this, but I had already known about it going on.
Okay, you don't have to go into how slow I was to this, okay?
No, it's fine.
Some of us have jobs.
Some of us have Whoa. I work
This is
40.
Both of us. We both have jobs.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just saying some of us do. It's not an incorrect statement.
In our case, it's both of us. Anyway.
Don't you hate motherfuckers who are like that? There's like, let me just say this thing that's definitely true, but I'm hiding the truth with it, okay?
Fuck off.
Some of us have jobs. What? I meant both of us. We both have jobs. Yeah, is that really what you meant?
That's not what you really mean. You really think you're more important than me anyway. So, It Takes Two is the latest victim in a volley of like copyright claims that Take-Two has been involved in this year. It's like one of the...
I mean, they gotta make some money somehow, right?
I mean, after that fucking disaster known as the Definitive Edition, sure. It's literally one of like dozens of recent claim issues this year alone. Some of the other things that they've been going after includes the words Rockstar, Social Club, Mafia, and Civilization, and a couple of more. They're like literally taking the shotgun approach and going after big and small companies, restaurants, tattoo parlors, and clothing brands, including one from Korea, which was Star Rock.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're going after... Take-Two is a big pile of shit. They're going after everybody they want right now. It's fucking insane.
What the fuck?
It's so fucking insane. So, with that being said, nearly every company has like dropped, like, has basically rolled over the ongoing disputes. And so, like, Hazelight didn't dispute it either. And it's basically being forced to abandon its trademark of It Takes Two games title. Now, it's such an early stage of this because this rarely ever happens. We don't know what's going to happen. They may be forced to rename their game, which will obviously fuck them over in the long run with all of their marketing, everything else that they've had set up.
Plus, if they win all the stuff I've been voting for them on the Game Awards, history will be like, It Takes Two won. And I'm like, what? Who is that?
Who's that?
Oh, you mean the Player 2 game? Oh, actually, you can't use that.
Oh, no, you can't use that either. It's so fucking
The video game in which one player plays with another is what they're going to call it.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't even know how this is going to affect possibly future games from Hazelight. Because if they had a second one planned, or...
I mean, It Takes Two 2 is the best title they could possibly
It Takes
come up
Two
with.
2.
Yeah.
2.
And then it's a 4-player game.
Exactly. I don't think it's fair for big-ass companies such as Take-Two to patent words that are, like, kind of common, such as, like, Rockstar.
Very common. That phrase, like long superseded.
Yeah.
Them. Like fuck that.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, like, like
the only thing that I could think of is if another gaming company, gaming specifically, came up and said, and started calling themselves Rockstar. Yeah, sure. Then you have a fucking case, but like a fucking clothing store because their name was Star Rocks.
Yeah,
Star Rocks.
And fucking remember Iron Maiden?
Oh yeah, because of Iron Maiden.
It's a fucking different word.
Yeah. Let's go back to the medieval times and take whoever.
And you're not in competing industries. Like, what the fuck?
It's so stupid. It's.
Those laws should only apply to, like, there should be a fucking Take-Two clothing. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? They have nothing to do with each other.
No, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I think Take-Two is just mad because everyone's mad at them for that disaster.
And Take-Two, It Takes Two, no one's confusing you.
No.
You're just being bullies.
Yeah, they're being big, dumb, fucking bully babies right now. They're mad. They're mad because bad. Yeah, I'm...
Remember Pray to the Gods?
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Fucking horseshit.
Yeah, it made it a lot harder to find it in fucking Steam.
Yeah.
Well,
to be fair, they probably should have just renamed it to something else because that
that little fucking AE thing, yeah.
AE, come on, no.
Yeah.
That ain't it, Doc.
That ain't it, even though they came on the rest. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, you think maybe there were deeper problems than the time?
Sure. Yes. Okay, so we're going to switch these two real quick that I have in here. But Call of Duty, we know, made Activision billions of dollars last year. I think it was $1.93 billion to be exact, but...
Oh, so it's down.
Well, yeah, their fucking stocks are tanking again. I think they're at like $52 from their high at their lowest peak this fucking year. Anyway, so they decided to say fuck their QA department. Apparently their QA, who only makes $17 an hour, were the lowest on the totem pole, and they decided to lay off a third of its testers. Yeah, currently people were being called in one by one, and only about a dozen people have been laid off so far, with possibly more coming in the next few weeks. Just in time for the holidays. Good job, Activision.
Yeah.
And because of...
I mean, that is kind of a thing that happens with big-ass games like that,
I
right?
fucking hate
you
it.
release the game.
Yeah, and they don't need testers.
Then you fire people.
Then you fire the testers, yeah. Who are also making only $17 an hour at a huge company. Anyway, so for the past several months, because of the whole Activision reform and everything, Activision has been promising specifically their department and like those at Raven who did the latest fucking Call of Duty. They've been promising them pay increases, pay raises, and working on getting them better wages. But we now know that's been just a bunch of horse shit with Bobby's statement that came out. And now we're definitely seeing the cracks in the versions of events that were set up. Also, I didn't bring this up as a full article, but with the departure of Jessica Gonzalez, I don't see their situation getting pushed any further. She was the main organizer for the A Better Blizzard Activision King. She was the main ringleader who was like trying to get stuff changed. She was trying to, get things better and everything, and she was bringing up all the like incidences and reports and stuff like that to like the presidents. But then again, one of the presidents stepped down because she wasn't being paid the same as her co-president. It's not going to get better. I don't think it's honestly going to get any better. And I think they're hoping that within the next year, stuff will just be brushed under the rug and things will resume the way they were at Activision. But yeah.
They should come back with a different name.
Ooh, rebrand?
Once this is all over.
Rebrand? Backtivision.
Activi Scion.
Activi Sion. We're from Europe now. Well, we could shit all over that. But to segue from Activision being shitty, it also put Jeff Keighley, or my boy Jeff Keighley, into some hot water this week.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if...
Has that man ever been in hot water ever?
No, I
what
don't
the
think
fuck?
so, which was very weird to see him... He was still trying to figure it out, but this Kintaku article came out and, like, just basically started a riot against Jeff Keighley. Because he even said in the article, and he's mentioned it multiple times, we're still trying to navigate the situation with Activision Blizzard and how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, obviously, here, let me read what I wrote here. So he got put into this hard spot. One of the members of the Game Awards board is Rob Kotick. He's not related to Bobby Kotick, which is just terrifying.
Yeah, I'm sure not.
Yeah,
wink, wink.
yeah, no. But he's the current president of Activision, and he's on the board, so I could see why Jeff Keighley was trying to, like, find the best way to navigate this. While he's still there, they're trying to figure out things and, like, how to proceed with Activision, because they do have a nominee for Call of Duty this year. That's the only nominee they have.
Right.
He said, we want to support employees as well as developer. He supports the people coming forward with their stories, but he also didn't want to diminish the developers' opportunity to spotlight their games. Of course, that made everybody angry. And like he said, well, because
he's not ripping them out?
Yeah, he's not ripping them out immediately. And
I don't think that's required.
I mean, the thing about the nominees is that we voted for them.
How much of this year has everyone boycotted Activision?
Probably not as much as me. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, I mean, me too, other than Call of Duty. But in the early part of the year, I was ahead of the curve. Not buying any Blizzard games. Because it's, I don't know, like, this year is longer than this.
The last 6 months?
Has been going on, really.
It's been going on since July.
I mean, yeah. But was it like July? Everyone was on board. You know,
no,
like,
I don't. I think
there's been stages
it's been
to this.
definitely
Like,
stages for
people were clutching their WoW subscriptions in July. I'm sure.
I'm sure, and they were feeling. They're like,
now
oh,
there's
I just
like
feel
less
dirty.
than 2 million subscribers. By the way.
Yeah. God.
So I'm just saying, come on.
Yeah, I know. I kind of understand. Eventually, after some flailing around, they did figure it out. They're gonna keep the current nominee for Call of Duty, obviously, because we voted for it. They don't affect the vote. They don't change the vote because we nominate and we vote. That's how the Game Award works.
We don't nominate.
Yeah.
No, players don't.
I thought we did.
Players don't. No. There's a board of 30 industry people or something like that all nominate, and then we vote on that.
See, it's funny because
so everything that they put forth makes it in, but we get to vote which ones win.
It says that they're advisory boards. The board is not included in the selection of the award nominees or the winners. So they don't even select the nominees.
That is, I mean,
I'm reading it directly
Giant
from
Bomb
their
has
website.
a seat on it, so okay. What do they do then?
I don't know. I think they just are cool.
No, it's not that. So it's maybe you're talking about a different thing, but they have industry people. Like they pluck people from Giant Bomb.
Oh,
and
probably
they pluck people from Game Informer. That's what I'm talking about.
This is their
those people nominate the games.
Okay, then this must be their advisory board on how to like regulate the fucking rest of or organize the event.
Oh yeah. No, it has nothing to do with that.
So that's where the Activision person is. The president of Activision is on there.
I see.
So he has nothing to do with like the nominees. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
yeah. Okay.
he didn't have an effect on Call of Duty being there. And you guys, if you don't vote for, you know, your games, obviously you failed your gaming democracy. But I'm sorry, I had to make it somewhat funny political. But Jeff did finally announce, he put his foot down, he figured his shit out, and he announced on Twitter that he's like, yeah, I guess we do. Well, he didn't say I guess. He's like, you're right. We do have like a duty to protect those people. There's no place for abuse, harassment, or predatory practices in any company or any community. He's like, I do realize that we have a huge platform and we can accelerate and inspire change. We are committed to that, but we also need to work together to build a better and more inclusive environment so everyone feels safe to build the world's best games. And so that was like one of the statements he released on his Twitter, and he was talking about that. But a lot of people were still mad that Rob Kostic was still a part of their board. Now, this is going to sound really weird, but this is the only time I'm going to defend Activision. Probably. Maybe. Most likely. I'm not sure if he's still a part of the board or not. They haven't removed him from the website. Now, if he has to leave because of his shitty company, then the Ubisoft CEO, I'm not even going to attempt his name, Gilmort, I think is his last name, that creepy motherfucker. Guillemot. Has done very little to deal with the sexual harassment and racism that has been plaguing Ubisoft for the past 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that the story like last year?
He should also be removed. If you're gonna make, he should also be removed from the board. Then, I think the only reason why,
by his own standards,
I think the only reason why people kind of forget about Ubisoft bullshit is because it's not as mainstream, and also because they're not being sued into the ground.
And because
they're not.
Last year, CD Projekt.
Oh yeah.
Was
like the fucking fire.
Eclipsed them of the. Well, not just for their game, but for their notoriety. They were the biggest. They were voted like the biggest or most influential game publisher in Europe.
Yeah.
With Ubisoft, who's put out 700 plus games, and CD Projekt would put out like 6 games maybe.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It kind of was a good slap in the face for Ubisoft there. But yeah, that's another thing is like everybody forgets Ubisoft being this huge piece of shit because they're not in America and they're not getting sued into the ground because of all the protection laws that we do have in place to protect people. So, you know, there's that.
People like being mistreated in France. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like Araignees. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck we're talking about. It's great.
It's one of the games we talked about. Google it.
It is one of the Google it and learn how to say spiders in French.
Google
spiders in French. Google spiders in French and then have it translate and listen to it.
Or that if you want spoilers. Jesus.
Spoilers with a Z. We should do one of those again soon. So.
Yeah, as soon as I win this bet and make you play a game that I've played, we will do that. Which, by the way, when this comes out, the Game Awards will be happening.
Game Awards, yep. We're going to try to stream it. We might start a little later than everybody else. We're going to figure it out. If not...
So do you want to try to stream that night?
Yeah, I think we should try to stream that night.
Okay. Well, then here's an advertisement. If you download this early in the day and you listen to it right now...
We're going to be streaming.
Co-streaming. Tune in later.
And screaming.
Twitch.tv/EvilSpaceBunny.
Twitch.tv/EvilSpaceBunny. I'm going to snuggle the shit out of Jeff Keighley.
Not Evil Space Bar Bunny, but...
Evil Space Bar Bunny? Rebranding. Bear back.
Yeah. Evil Space Bunny. You didn't realize that was in your name?
No, I did. I've had that happen before.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
I'm like, they're like, what's your evil?
That's
I'm
hilarious.
like, or what's your email? And I'm like, Evil Space Bunny. And they're like, evil and then a space. And I'm like, No, like the word space.
That person's an idiot.
Oh yeah,
you
it's
can't have
happened
a
so many
space in your
fucking times.
email.
It's happened so many
Jesus
fucking
Christ,
times,
that's
dude. I have no idea. My last one was at my dentist, and she's like, "Evil, then a space," and I'm like, "No, like the word space, like outer fucking space."
Did you say evil? She clutches her pearls.
Evil? I don't understand. Anyway, that's it for the news this week.
Bye, news.
Goodbye, news. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at EvilSpaceBunny and TheRealPortz, and our podcast at Ignore Backlog. And you could tell us what you think of Take Two. Are they a big pile of steaming dog shit, or are you going to defend them? I'd love to see you try.
That would be amazing if somebody actually defended it. If you guys could actually come up with a real defense for doing all these weird copyright claims.
I mean, I love Rockstar.
I would love to see it. I have not seen that opinion online.
Yeah.
I would love to.
I'd love to.
Here's your chance to not just be trying to get a trend and just go for an actual hot take. A for realsy one.
For realsy hot take.
Hey, don't take me up on the challenge. You're a pussy. It's fine. That doesn't.
We'll fight you.
That's
we'll
fine.
We'll fucking fight you. We'll do it.
Yeah. We'll bite you and fight you at the same time.
Ew.
They're unrelated.
Ew. Ew. Okay.
Are you against biting?
No. Maybe.
Okay.
No comment. No comment. My chat.
Okay. Well, tune into the stream if you're listening right now on the
we'll love you.
9th or whatever it is.
You can say Pop-Tarts in chat.
If
you say Pop-Tarts
I'll be yelling.
in chat, I will fucking
I swear to Christ,
give you something.
I will not be taking the noise laws in this country
There's
seriously
no noise laws.
for this
we will
evening.
be screaming and drinking. Oh, I should get wine. I'll get wine drunk. I don't give a fuck. If I have to work the next day, I'll do it.
Yeah. Don't even work the next day. It's fine.
Perfect. Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.